get comfy. Let's get myself loaded in as well and see how it goes. Happy Sunday. Mr. B's on. He's, hope you're having a great holiday, Dave. Hope you're really enjoying yourself. Craigie C, how you doing? Apparently the weather's a shocker, isn't it? I'm saying the weather's really awful. Just wait for me to load up. It doesn't look like it at the moment. Don't know if it's on, if it's working, Joe.
What?
I don't think it's working. Yes. Oh, weird.
Jeff, please don't install me into this.
Yes, we're on. It's a dodgy picture, like it's like back in the olden days of the internet. It's like a dial-up line up here. Yes, please. We're out of the way. So far out of the way. We'll wait for the on air now. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was. The internet's just like I've got no solution for it at the moment. I've generally got no solution for this internet. I don't know what. I don't know what this. Can I just borrow your phone? Thanks, Dan.
Take me jellies.
Oh, thank you very much. Let's leave that there. Hopefully that'll improve the picture. Shelley was on the phone this morning saying that everyone's complaining about the weather, saying the weather in the UK is an absolute shocker. So it's not good. Let me just refresh my page and see if it's there. The picture is diabolical.
Is it?
Yeah. The picture is absolutely garbage. Hi Maria, how you doing? I'm just trying to get myself set up. Trying to get it better. Yeah, I'll have to do. I hope the picture at your end's not too bad. It's just very breaky. It might just take a while for it to load up like a diesel engine on a Sunday morning. Check the sound. Sunday morning. That's all right. Let's have a look. Craigie C, need flippers in a wetsuit this far north Scotland. Hope everyone in Jockland, hope everyone's well and in good healthy mindset. A boost for us all. It's 10k Rick and Shelley. Thanks, Craig. Unlucky with the Scots, by the way, the other night. I was watching the second half. I think I managed to get. I had to pick Shelley up from the airport, so I didn't get the first half. All night, Mike. Good morning from wet and cold Scotland. Why can it be so cold in June? Doesn't make sense, does it? Doesn't make sense at all. It's that cold in June. Let's have a look. Vinny's on. Yes, hi Vinny. Good morning, lovely people. Some of us in the rain and some in the sun. I'm going to talk about your story in a bit, Vinny. I'm just going to wait to see if we can get some people on. See how we do. We've got 33 on. It's not bad. Last week we hit. Let's have a quick look. Last week we hit. I think it was 1,000. See what we're from there. 1,100. First one we did 2,000. The second one we did 1,100. Now that number sometimes will put people off and just go, that's obviously not working then. But in my mind, what I think happens is, it's like all businesses. When they start, they have a big furore at the beginning, and then it drops, and then it's from that point that you actually start building something. So I think the 2,000 was, even though it was very nice, I think it was just the flash in the pan of the idea. Now the originality started. Throughout the week, 1,100 people have managed to watch it, and I think that's a credit. So I think that's the base point that we're starting from. It might drop even more this week, but I don't know. But it's just, I think it's going to level itself out around about 1,000 to start off with, and then it'll start picking itself up. But if 1,000 people are watching it and getting something out of it, out of the chats that are going down there or out of the comment section, then it's definitely worthwhile. Is Shelley in Chicago's Tuesday at 10 o'clock, because it says on the ABC app? Yes, she is. Are you with Hayley? Yeah, they're there on Tuesday. Morris is on morning off from a cool overcast Cumbria. Everyone's got really weird weather. It's global cooling, Rick. Yeah, global cooling. It's about right, isn't it? But it's a good resolution. We're jumping on my phone. Do you know what it is? It's the best we're going to do today. It's I don't use the Wi-Fi in the house off the phone. I use Joe's Shelley's 4G, 5G, and it's the best I'm going to get for it, I'm afraid. As long as the sound's there. It's more about the sound and the chatting rather than the picture. Congrats on reaching 10k. Well, thanks so much. It was we've been watching for it for a while, actually. Thank you so much for everybody's kind words about that. It was when you start off something as a hobby, and then it becomes more than a hobby. And then for me, when I do stuff, it normally becomes an infatuation. Hitting goals like that can be, you put pressure on yourself to hit certain goals, and that was one of the goals that I really wanted to hit, most probably for about the last 8 months. So to actually get there was just was a massive achievement. And I celebrated it in the way of saying, yeah, we get an extra digit now. That's it, because that's what it is. It's an extra digit. It doesn't matter, but it does matter for the mini fist pump moments as you go through your life, I suppose. and it was for me it was a massive moment. I tell you what, I didn't realise was actually how much of a big deal it was for Shelley as well, because Shelley used to always talk about the fact that I just turn up and sing, but actually now she's taking more and more attention to it now, and she's getting more and more involved in it. It's to the point where she did her own vlog, which is doing very well. Shelley, your vlog, she did her own vlog on the Sparkling Personality. She did 15,000 views, I think. It's had up to now. So she's yeah, the next Steven Spielberg. I'm looking forward to the sequel of what's going to come out after that as well. Let's have a look. How is the holiday going, David? Are you having a good time? You having a nice time? Agree if we help 1 from 1,000 is a result. Absolutely, Craigie. Absolutely. One of the things I will say is that you might see at the top now, the top of the chat, there's a pinned link at the top of the chat, and that is to a Discord group that's been set up. I pop in and out of it all the time. It means it's quite an important thing. This, if you're watching this and you're a backgrounder or you just stay in the background watching what's going on, this is just a once a week thing, but a daily chat room is open on Discord, and Discord's just another social media network. It's been going for years. It's big in the gaming industry, in the gaming world. But it helps create these chat rooms where people can just go and on a day-to-day basis just have a chat with each other. So if you just join the Discord group, and that's there, the link's at the top. Just click on it. I think it asks you for an email and a password, or a phone number and a password. That's all it is, and then it's like an app, like a Facebook app. And I just tend to keep all my apps together, all my social media apps together. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Discord. I just keep them all together. And it's just clicking on that instead, and it's one of those ones. It's nice. I mean, you get to see. You just get. It's just a day-to-day chat thing, and it's people are more than welcome to join it. It'll start making its mark the more people that do join it. So you are more than welcome to go and give it a go. Simon says, "Good morning, Rick. Morning, Simon. How are you? Hiya, Anne. How are you doing? Rick, the Mongolian buffet around the corner from Dylan's bar. Is it any good? Heard it's spot on wanting to go next month. Yes. Everybody raves about it. I don't too much. I don't rave about it too much. I've been there a couple of times. It's like it's okay, but I'm not the food lover that everybody tends to be. And the people, the food lovers, they're the ones that rave about it. So yes, it's definitely worth a trip. Definitely worth a view to go to. Rewind. Thank you very much. Let's have a look. Just jumps up quite a bit behind. Agree, Rick. If we help 1 from 1,000, it's a result. Absolutely. Erin was fantastic on Thursday, fantastic singer. Yeah, she's very, very good. She was so nervous, and I didn't realise that until afterwards, because when we finished the filming, I said, "Oh, thanks, Erin, you're fantastic." She went, I get so nervous in front of a camera, I really do. I'm like, "You didn't know it?" I didn't notice it. She went, "Oh man," and she was to the point of like, we were there yesterday, and Sharon was telling us how nervous she was, and God bless her. But I think she did fantastic. It's one of those ones, if you're a singer, or you're in the public eye, you want to get your profile out there as much as possible. I think something doing like that is a positive effect, but I think if it's a positive thing to do. But if you're nervous to do it, it's going to be a bit like a bit awkward for you, I suppose. Hi Tricia, how are you? I know I'm only a Rochdale Rick, but I'm chuffed to bits, nearly hitting 1,500 subscribers. Many thanks for all the plugs you've done for me, mate. You're more than welcome, Neil. You're more than welcome. There is another channel, Neil's channel. With his story that he goes along with, his challenge he's got at the moment with the prostate cancer, and I've not seen this one, Neil, to be honest with you. I need to check on that one. But more than welcome. It's just any goal that you set. I remember in golf, the first goal was just break 100, and then it was just break 90, just break 80, and it's that sort of thing. It's just you set yourself those little goals. I'm going to talk about that as well today. There's a couple of things in there that I need to chat about that as well. But we're going to get to that because we've got an hour. Yes, we enjoy the lovely weather and the dining out and those long walks here. Fantastic, David. Good morning, hope you're well. Very good. Let's have a look. Shelley's shouting at the dog because the bills have turned up, so it looks like running in front of the car. He's a nightmare. He's getting better, but he's not really got much spatial awareness when it comes to the car. My picture is horrific on air, honestly, but hopefully it's worthwhile. There's 46 people on. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to start. Everybody in this chat has come from I'm going to say it's going to come from Rick and Shelley. Hi DJ, how are you, mate? Newbie here, you're welcome, mate. Everybody's welcome. I'm going to say you've pretty much come from the Rick and Shelley channel. Now, if you're from the Rick and Shelley channel, you'll actually know one of the guys, one of the moderators on there, Vinny M. And I've had the pleasure of meeting Vinny, and a few times actually, with his son Owen. And Vinny, I'm not talking out of place when I say this, extremely charming man, very funny, very, he has a presence about him as well. That is, what are you up to?
Just looking. Looking at your picture.
I can see it, it's alright. Shelley's just walking past, trying to be camera crew now. Very genuine man, very makes his presence known. And when you speak, if you had to describe him in a few words, one of them would be confident as well. And one of them would be confident, happy, joyous, funny. And you realise, yesterday I'd been driving into town, and this is how monotonous my life gets. We don't have a bin at the bottom of the street yet, because it's just one of the things, a list to do. So I was taking the bins into town as well. I was going to Hobbies to see Sharon and Howard. And I got out of the car, and I pulled the rubbish out of the car as your message came through to me. So I'm literally like busy, going there, and I see this. And the first thing I see is the length of it, because that's the first thing, when you look at a message, you go, oh, geez, that's a long one. And then the question is can you invest the time to stop and have a few minutes just to digest what's actually on the message? And, and some of them, some of them, the ones that really do me head in are at the end of it says, and I don't believe you're going to be strong enough to copy and paste this and share this on your profile. I'm like, I don't get involved in any of that. And that's the first thing I went, is it because it's that long? Is it one of them? And it's not. It's actually, you've taken your time to tell me your story. And I think that's, number one, extremely commendable, because I think people like yourself, of strength, of character, to them show or tell the story of the vulnerability is what actually makes people move forward and helps give strength to other people as well. So I got this yesterday, guys and girls who are on there, and what I think I'll do is I've asked Vinny if it's okay to share with you, and he said it is, and that hence the reason why I can use his name as well. If you guys ever want to do that and send me anything, the first thing, I'll read how the whole conversation went straight away. I'll read how it went. He goes, "Hi Rick, yesterday 2:15. Strangely enough, I'm free this Sunday to watch your new men's room, and I can't wait. I think you know me by now, the happy, very funny guy. Okay, a little bit funny, but that's not always been me. The story starts in April 2012, which is 12 years ago. I got made redundant from a job as the warehouse closed down after 16 fantastic years. I was lucky to leave as the H&S Health and Safety Coordinator. I got a good payout and took a couple of holidays that year. The happiness soon faded when my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. I had a tough call to make. Do I go back to work or do I look after my dad? I've got two brothers, but they live too far away, so I used to move in with my dad on the Monday and come home on the Friday night. This went on for 12 months, with me leaving my partner and my two disabled sons, Owen, who I actually had the pleasure of meeting, and Bradley, who is autistic. After a couple of months, my partner had a hysterectomy, but it all went well. That she went for a scan and they found a tumour in her kidney. I'm still back and forth with my dad's, and my partner had to have an operation to get it removed. Luckily, the tumour was contained in her left kidney. She had some chemo and had the all clear. Time passed, and my dad started his palliative care. He only had weeks at this time. When he died that Sunday morning with his family around him, it broke me. I drank, I cried, and I wouldn't leave the house for weeks. Then things fell into place after his funeral. My younger brother was there to help sort my dad's things out. My friends emptied his house. There was no way I could have any part of that. And a phone call out of the blue from an old manager of mine offering me a job. After going through hell watching the people I love get ill and my dad dying, I could see a light at the end of the tunnel. I had to clean myself up to get and keep this job, which I did. I still work there now part-time, but it has led me to work for other companies and get out more. You've seen my Facebook page, and I'm never in. I'm out organising things, running events, or just out for a drink. I was very lucky. I have some great friends and family, and I recovered within a couple of months. It's still hard, but I always look back and thank my family and my still very good friends, and hopefully I've been there for them too when they need it. Hug your family, and hug your true friends. So that actually stopped me in my tracks, Vinny, when I read that, and thank you very much for that. And I've got the words that then I back, there's not really much words you can have back. So I just replied back to it really. I went, thanks for sharing that, Vinny. I appreciate you taking the time to tell me. Am I okay to share this tomorrow? Anonymously, I went, please do. He said, you can use my name. If it gives people hope, you can use my name. Now this is the bit that really got me. I also forgot to mention the added pressure of my daughter in university in Leeds. But I couldn't help as I was not working and had no money. She told me stories later of her bunking on the train, eating stale bread and living off super noodles. Now, having two girls myself, and one of them did uni as well, and I was going through the breakup and the marriage, it was just like, that resonated with me, that one. I was like, oh, that must have made you feel awful. So she learnt a life lesson the hard way, but now she's so good with money and doing very well. I went every cloud, I suppose. But it's, thanks for sharing that, Vinny. It's, I think that as a dad, I think that's going to be one of the worst things when you feel that you can't help your kids. I think that's going to be a real tough one. So, yeah, it's, for somebody of that sort of stature, Vinny, like you, to tell a story like that, I think it's commendable, mate, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if anybody else wants to pass one through, there's many different ways you can get hold of me. On this page, if you go to the About page, there's an email address there. You can just email it me, or you can private message on a Facebook or whatever it is. There's no problem at all. You can get that. But you just look at it in a different. You look at the person. We make snap judgments about people, and then you just look at them. You get that backstory behind it, and you just don't realise what people's stories are when they go with it. The thing about the girl, about your daughter at university, and you couldn't help. That to me was just like, I felt that myself when I split. And I left, and I came here with a suitcase, and I came here with a couple of grand really, and because I left everything. And then when your kids just say, "Can I help this? Can I have that?" and there's no way you can actually help them. Thank Christ, we're in a different position now from 6 years ago, but it's definitely a tough one, that one. It really is. It really is. Rewind says those copy and paste ones are the worst. Share this, so I have 7 years of bad luck. Do you know the thing that annoys me, Rewind, is the fact that I've had to read the first bits first of all, and at the end you go, man, ridiculous. But some people might need those as a support network, because they might think, at least I'm not going to get bad luck for 17 years, who knows? I just think that's a load of rubbish. Everybody needs a support network, Vinny. Yeah, they do, Morris, without a shadow of a doubt. Craig says, respect, great strength, well done. Lovely story, Vinny, very sad, but thankfully you're strong enough to come through the other side, says Ian. It's true, it's just like, you'd never believe it for those of you who you only know Vinny in the chat, but when you actually meet him, you wouldn't believe it. You generally wouldn't believe it. And your Owen is a right card, by the way. It's funny. It was funny. And it was a pleasure meeting you both. It really was. Debbie Kay was on. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Hope you're okay. Thank you for reading this out, Rick. You're more than welcome, Vinny. Absolutely more than welcome. It's the facade. The comedian that you are in the chat, Vinny. Is that who you are, or is that who you want to be? Who you want to portray yourself as? Because I think I have quite a bit of that, and I think I don't know if it's called imposter syndrome. I can't remember what it's called, but where you have that, I portray myself as the person I want to be, not as the person who I actually am. I think. So then that's almost like wearing a cloak on it. I don't know. A little bit like that. I'm going to have to grab a fly swatter. The flies are coming in. Joe? Yeah, the flies are coming in. We are having I don't mind living here with flies because we live in the middle of nowhere. However, I always thought to myself, rather than just complain about them, I should literally just don't complain about it. Just get the fly swatter and just go to town with them when they come in the area. That's all it is. They seem to know about what the blue fly swatter is though, because they just seem to disappear every single time. Let's have a look. Vinny the boss, says Neil. How you doing, Neil? How's it going with you? You want to put a quick synopsis in there of what's going on? It'd be interesting to know. We all wear two faces, I know I do. Yeah, it's true, Tricia. It's absolutely true. I agree. Sometimes when your problem is family related, you're indebted to good friends, guys. I was it was funny actually, because it's Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are out there, by the way. I was on Facebook scrolling this morning, and a friend of mine, Gary, he put a picture of him and his dad on there wishing Happy Father's Day. And Shelley turned around, she went, "Oh, doesn't Gary look like his dad?" And I went, "Yeah." And I actually sent him a message just wishing him Happy Father's Day, because when I was growing up, I was about 16, 17, 18, Gary's mum and dad looked after us a hell of a lot, to be honest with you. They know how much they looked after us. So you're indebted to people like that. And it was Gary who, he was 5-6 years ago, he's the one when it all went a bit Pete-tong in my life, that he stepped up and he came in and he helped out. And it's things like that you never ever forget. I don't think you'll never forget. I've not spoken to Gary for about, it could be nearly a year now, but we always know at the end of the day we'll just pick the phone up and it just carries on as normal. You know, the conversation will just carry on as normal. And they're the people that you remember as your true friends that go through life. And another one, fully enough, I actually got a message this morning. Last night I got a message from Richard Wally, and I don't even know if he watches this. Richard Wally is, I could mostly say, my oldest friend, because I met him when we were 11. And we don't speak, we've never really spoken that much, to be honest with you, but we follow each other on Facebook, we follow each other's families. And he's got 2 girls as well, which are must be pretty much the same age as my 2. And he just sent us a message last night, just randomly out of the blue. "Hi mate, hope you're well, keeping well. It looks like it is, which is brilliant. Keep in touch." And it's just like, so nice. It's just a little thing like that from somebody I've not spoken to for 30 years, maybe longer than that, 40 years, no, 35 years. And you just go, that's nice. It's a nice pick me up. It's a really nice pick me up. So it might be worthwhile just sending them a random message to somebody in your chat, or somebody in your phone today. Just it makes sense me thinking about them. I think about there's a kid that I used to work with. I was the general manager and he was the sales manager. He was one of the best sales managers I've ever worked with, to be honest with you. He was phenomenal. And there's a guy called Dan Mason, and he's up in Newcastle. And I think about him quite a bit, just like how he's just lost his father, and I just think about him quite a bit and just hope he's doing all right. You know, and it's just like, I'm not in his, I'll just explain. Do you know when you're not in somebody's friendship group, but you were a friend? So you're not, is that just a bloke thing where they go, "Yeah, I'm not in his friendship group, we don't really call." Where actually I was thinking about him the other day, and I was just hoping that he's doing okay, just because I'm saying after the loss of his dad, you know, everybody rallies around you when you lose somebody, but it's once that's the initial things died off, I think that's when grief hits you, I suppose. But I'm just hoping he's doing all right. So that's just the thoughts. Vinny says, "That's me. My kids say I'm not funny, but I am." I'm known for my bad jokes and being the life of the party. Nice one, Vinny. Nice one, man. Neil Davison, "I can safely say my Tenerife friends on here have made my journey still going through that little bit easier." And Mrs. Beard, "I named just a few." It's true. Neil David, 20 doses of radiation done, blood test in July, but I've done 2 in Latvia 2 weeks ago and the results are coming down. Radiation still keeps working weeks after the last dose and hopefully it'll be good soon. Fantastic, Neil, absolutely brilliant. Soon be my round in Tenerife, Rick. Nice one, Neil. Yeah, the right answer, we'll get that sorted for you. Everyone's happy for Neil as well, which is great. I keep, some of the things that you do, I'd explain it. You're busy there just trying to talk to everybody, and I just want to wish my dad happy Father's Day as well. I'm just wanting to wish him a happy Father's Day. I've not seen him for ages, and we speak a lot on the phone. Thank Christ for not social media, but the way it is now, like this camera work and FaceTime and WhatsApp videos. Because without that, do you remember when we were kids and you had to run to the phone box with all your 20p's and stuff like that, or your 10p's, and that's how people used to communicate with each other. But I've not seen my dad for a long time. The reason being is because when I fly back to the UK, I have to tend to fly into Newcastle because that's where my daughter is, and my dad's in Manchester, and that's like it's a good 2.5 hour trip, so it's a good 5 hour round journey, and it's to get down there. And the last couple of times I've only been flying back for a couple of days. So I've not really had the opportunity to get myself down to Manchester, but I don't even know if you're watching this now. I don't think you'll be watching this, but if you are, happy Father's Day. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and I promise I will call you in a bit when this is done. All right, I'll call you in about half an hour's time. Let's have a look. What's made it worthwhile on my YouTube channel? Where somebody 40 miles away came up to me and said my videos made him go and get checked at his local doctors. That's fantastic, that, Neil. It's good, isn't it? It's you just don't realise how far you're reaching. I think that's what it comes down to. You don't realise how far you're reaching, and I think that's it. And I think there's a lot to be said for everyday life. it can be quite interesting watching everyday life, you know, rather than it doesn't need to be glitz and glamour. It doesn't need to be, you know, people want a dose of that as well, but dose of everyday life is also quite important. Just well done, mate. Just well done for doing it. I think it's really, really crazy. And what Neil Craigie says, that's mind blowing. It works. It does. It absolutely does. Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dads on here, says Anne. Happy Father's Day. Morning, I'll send out to everyone who is struggling. I personally see this as men's content somewhere they can freely speak about their lives if needs be, so I don't stay. Enjoy your day. Thanks, Nikki. And enjoy your day, Pet. Hope you're having a good one. And yeah, it is that. And I think I just want to see that Discord. I don't know. I'm still trying to work myself around that Discord. At the top of the link, at the top of the chat, there's I've just linked the link to the Men's Room Tenerife Sunday Club, which is it's going to be. The thing about Discord is it runs 24/7. So there's always, if you put a message in there, there's always going to be somebody picking it up. I know Craigie C does a lot in there. Alan Fraser is around in there as well, to name a couple. Let's have a look. Neil Davidson's in there, and you know it might just be a place for people to talk. To be honest with you, and I'm hoping eventually we'll be able to get some content from there as well, and see if I can use that content to help to bring it onto this one for the men's room on a Sunday morning. Telling friends are wonderful. I found some great YouTubers I follow and they are so helpful. Crazy Bake is at 160,000. Well done, Rick. Happy Father's Day to the dads. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Maria. Yeah, my daughter, one's rang, and I've had a message off Megan, which is very, very, and I'm not. If I get one off Alice, it'll be nice as a surprise because I don't expect one from Alice because her gaming world is just like all about. I'm sure on the gaming world they're not talking about Father's Day on there, so she doesn't even know most probably what day it is. Rick, check out the price to fly from Newcastle to Manchester: £11 to £30 cheaper than driving. Is that right, DJ? Wow, that's interesting. That's definitely worth a look, isn't it? God, I see. That's definitely worth a look. I'll have to have a look at that next time because the drive's just like. I've done that drive so many times, and it's just you even when you're looking, you know exactly how far you've got to go because you're just looking. I'm there, I know I've got that. So I'll have a look at that. Certainly have a look and see how it goes. So if we're talking about 55 people on and we've got about 10 of them in the chat, that means there's 45 people in the background. Sorry, good morning, happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope the week's treated you well, and I hope Sunday's going to be a good day for you as well. I've heard the weather is absolutely shocking in the UK, to the point where people on social media are actually complaining about it, of how bad it is. So I've got a massive fly here. Like, is it going to stop? No. So I hope that's changing for you because it's June, which is like it's the middle of June. Do you not think the seasons have just all moved up? You know, spring's moved into summer, summer's moved into autumn. I think that's the case. Let's see how it goes. I generally think that. I think we're waiting for our summer to kick in up here. We had a real hot day yesterday, first hot day yesterday. I think today should be called Dad's Day. There's a difference between a father and a dad. I'm a dad. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, possibly, Vinny. It's always a nice little touch for me when Megan is my adoptive daughter and she sends me a message. It's nice like that. It's always a nice one, that. And when you pick this, you know what's happening. That's why they take a runner. They go for a runner. It's on the camera. Yeah, it's nice for you to get a message like that. So happy Dad's Day, Vinny. Yeah, absolutely. I saw a picture of Dave, Vinny, with you and your. It was this morning, I think it was. I was looking on, and I saw it with you and your boys. Was it? Let's have a look. On there. You got 3 boys, Vinny? Out with my boys last night. Thickhead this morning. Love you guys. Have you got 3 boys, Vinny? Is that 3? I can see Owen in the front and the 2 others. Nice picture. Really nice picture. Let's have a look. Rain and thunderstorms yesterday here. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely. When's Wimbledon? When's that happening? And the British, they normally tend to run in the height of summer, and it's just like if the weather's going to be like that. July the 1st, Wimbledon. That's when it starts. You've got 15 days to sort yourself, act out. You've got 4 and a girl. Oh wow. No TV in your house, Vinny. The weather is horrendous here in Shropshire. It's really sunny. Really? That's all right. That's not too bad. You get a bit of sunshine. That's okay. Oh, it's England tonight. That's how bad it is with football. Who are they playing? Slovakia? England fixture. Serbia tonight. England, Serbia, 8 o'clock. That's why Shelley's not working. Shelley's not at the night owl tonight, if anybody's in Tenerife looking around, because of the football. And but she will be on at the Rum Pot. Later on afterwards, she'll be on at the Rum Pot. Craig says, background's high, welcome. Pop in and say hi if you like, even a score prediction for tonight. There we go. Knowing England, it'll be boring 1-0. They should be going out there doing about 7-8-0, I think, with the type of the football they are, but I think it'll be a boring 1-0 knowing them. Knowing the way they get set up and the way they get played. I can see it doing that way. Yeah, Serbia. It's there's going to be no live on Thursday next week as well, because next week Thursday is the England game as well, so there's going to be no live on that. Shelley's going to be going on earlier, which means we clash because I'll be working in the afternoon as well, so I'm not going to be able to film it. So there's going to be no live next Thursday. Having a week off should be all right, should be okay. And who do you think's going to win these Euros then? Who do you reckon? 'Cause I don't think it'd be nice to see if England could, but I don't think they will. I think there's better teams out there, I think. Steve said, I'm still struggling with my breakup. What's the crack, Steve? How long were you together? Sorry to hear that, by the way. And yeah, there's so many things to go through when it goes through a breakup. It's just like, how long you been together? Whose decision was it? Was it mutual? Was it single? Was it yours? Was it theirs? Was it? It's just the history that goes with it. I mean, I actually struggled with mine for years. My breakup, I struggled with it for years. And I only realised that when I look back afterwards, when you come out the other side. And I think it's just a process that everybody has to go through with it. And, my marriage ended a lot more, but my marriage ended earlier than when it ended. Because in your head, it's already ended. You've already, you're there for other reasons and that. But in your head, you've already actually made that decision. But then afterwards, it's like you look back and you go, is it the right thing, the right decision? Is it you don't know what you're doing for the best or what you're doing for the right thing. So it's a process, I think, that everybody has to go through. I don't think everybody's relationship ends most probably for different reasons, but I think the process that you go through will be the same for pretty much everybody as well, because you just can't get over it. Flies are coming in now. You can't just get over it, and I think you've got to go through that process, I think. Wish you all the best with it, Steve. I really do. And brighter days will be coming, hopefully. Rewan thinks France is going to win. Vinny says, I've got Belgium a sweepstake in work. Do you think I'll win? They sometimes do all right, don't they, Belgium? Morris says, Rick, I'm 69 years next birthday and lost my dad in a car accident when I was 6. I think about him every day, so every day is Father's Day for me. Wow, Morris, that must have been tough. That must have been absolutely... You think about stuff like that, when you think about stuff, it's like people could lose their father, when they're about 1 or 2 years of age and don't know him, so therefore don't know what to feel. But when you're 6, you obviously know who your dad is and you know exactly who he is, and he most probably is your hero of your life at the moment, at that time. And then something like that happens. It's just money. That's rough, Morris. That's rough. It really is. It's a nice way to say so. Every day is Father's Day. It's a nice one. It's a nice way to think about it. Been together 40, married for 37, and found out she was having an affair for nearly 3 years. That's rough. That is rough. It's like, why do people? I don't. Me and Shelley were having a conversation about this just the other day, and just about, there's a distinct line between people who cheat and people who don't cheat, I think. Because it's a moral compass, that, isn't it, of where you are as a person, I think. That's what I find. It's a moral compass where you are. And I think that is the line of it's a proud line you can stand on. I think if you're not a cheater, I think, and that is something to be, I would say, proud of. It's something to say, yeah, I am that sort of person that doesn't do that. And I just think it's getting it done to you, Steve. One day, Steve, I will tell you my story. Eventually, it's too soon for the kids at the moment, but I'll tell you my story, and I completely understand where you're batting from. But I will tell you that brighter days are ahead. Brighter days are ahead. That's all. Hopefully, that will make sense one day for you. Grace is a totally different zone. I took long even to think, what the heck was that? Pop in Discord if you feel it helps. Yeah, absolutely. Get on the Discord, Steve. Definitely get on the Discord. There'll be conversations more open on the Discord, I think, than on here. I think that I've got 2 flies that are just down. There's things about the smaller as well, small ones. Definitely recommend the Discord, Steve. For you, that link at the top. Click on the link. Just follow the rules of how to do it, and with it takes 5 minutes. You'll be there. Going through a breakup myself. Partner of 10 years ended it on Monday. She's been in hospital for 2 months over Christmas and decided she needs to be single for a while, whatever that means. You can't understand the decisions of a different individual, can you? That's the thing. I think that's when it's most probably the toughest, Mark, is when it's when you know in your own self the direction you're going, and then it just comes from a completely different angle in a direction of the path that you're not looking at. So I think that's most probably hard. 10 years as well. Well, I know. I have this conversation in my head a lot about me and Shelley, is I know that me and Shelley will be together forever. I know that, because I know that coming from me. And then if Shelley turns around and says, right, I need to end it, then I'll be like, most probably exactly the same scenario as what you just in there, I suppose. So you don't, yeah. I can only control the actions of myself. That's how I see it. So I feel for you, Mark. I really do. I feel for you. When you invest in 10 years, you invest 10 years into something. It's tough. I wish you all the best with it, mate. Again, jump on the Discord. The conversation will be a lot more in depth on Discord, I think, than it will on here. I think that's the only thing I can suggest with it, guys. And that link at the top, just click on that link, and there'll be people in there that will, gladly chat. I'll include myself. Anne's out. She's off for a day out in Tenerife. Have a nice day in Tenerife, Anne. Vinny says, sounds like she doesn't deserve you in her life. You'll find someone special. That's the thing, innit, Vinny? I agree with you there. But how do you know you're going to find someone special, until it hits you? You know what I mean? Don't say don't go looking for love will find you. When I was younger, I went looking for it because it wasn't finding me. And then when you think you find love and then it's not love, and that's when the divorce happens, and then you come across and you actually do find love. It's just, it's easier said. It's easier to say than it is to do it, I suppose. But again, guys, seriously, get on the, if you're in the Discord, Vinny's in there as well, I think. Neil's in there, and we'll try and build it up. It's a different world altogether. We're all here in Discord. If you need to unload, we all have gone through something. We're human, not pros. Very true. I split from my wife 12 years ago. We're still very good friends and still go on holidays together with family. I suppose I'm very lucky. John, you are. I think you're one of the few there, John. I think you're one of the few. It was, I split. It was an amicable split. And I'm speaking with Gary, my mate, and Gary says to me, he says, Rick, it'll all go in one direction. At the end of the day, it'll end up financial. It'll just end up financial, because he'd gone through a split as well. I'm like, no, man, it's different. We're different. I'm like John Beavis, me. We're still very friendly, and we're all this. And he went like, it'll end financial. And God, he was right. So, John, you are definitely one of the few. You are definitely one of the very few. So, but I'm pleased it works for me that way, John. I really am. I really am. Most on greetings all. There are only lessons in this life, and lessons will repeat until lessons are learnt. Every learnt lesson is an opportunity to grow and improve. Very, very well said, Moses, without a shadow of a doubt. Very well said. I thought it was going to be with a name like that. I was expecting some biblical words, and I think you've just given it us there, Moses. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. It's there are only lessons in this life, and lessons will repeat until lessons are learnt. It's a great saying that, actually. Every learnt lesson is an opportunity to grow and improve. I often thought about that. You know, people said to us, they said like, "Oh, you should be motivational speaker and all that." And I'm like, well, I look at these motivational speakers and go, "Who are you? Who are you to tell me? Who are you? You know, oh, today I'm going to be a motivational speaker. Who are you to tell me that you think that this is how we should do it?" So that's the reason why I'll never be one of them people. I think they're great words, those. New guys, some new fresh names. Thank you for joining us. Pleased to see you guys. Really pleased. We're at lending an ear for everyone. Yeah, it's about lending an ear. Did you find those words on the table of stone, Moses? Yeah. When I read it straight away, Morris, I thought that myself. I really did. It was like, but very good indeed. Very nice. Well, we are actually at the number 3 men's room. We've got 51 people on at the moment. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. Happy Sunday for the people in the background as well that have turned up. I am so sorry about the quality of the film, the picture, because mine is shocking on my computer. I think we are in the hands of the gods when it comes to the Wi-Fi around here. I've been really struggling with Wi-Fi at the moment. Subscribe and hit the thumbs up. It's free. Finny, you don't need save that for the Rick and Shelley channel, mate. We don't need that here. But thank you. It's not. This is not about that. This is not about that. This is about just a place where people in. It was funny actually because I questioned it last week because when I came off it after an hour I went, is it really worth it? Is it worthwhile doing this? Is it really affecting? And then somebody sent us a private message, and just said, "Just want to let you know it really helps. Thank you very much." And you go, okay, so that made it worthwhile really. Just for that one, it makes it worthwhile. I'm using Shelley's Wi-Fi, so even Shelley's not on the phone. What are you doing now?
Trying to not listen.
She's trying to not listen.
Might be sleeping.
Might be snoozing. Picture fine on the phone, not as good as on YouTube TV. Yeah, it's true, Morris. As I said, I can't. It's the bandwidth. I think the upload speed just is a shocker, and I can't improve it. And I don't think Daz won't be able to do it because I've checked with him, and I don't think Starlink's going to do it either. So because it's all to do with the upload speed. Download speed is when you're on. Download speed is when you want to watch something on TV or on YouTube, and that comes to your TV like Netflix. But upload speed is completely different. Upload is what I'm trying to do now to get it onto the platforms for you then to watch it, and the upload speed's too slow. Hence the reason why I go elsewhere and try and upload stuff elsewhere. So we'll see how that works. I just don't have a solution when you're living this far out in the sticks. No 4G is going to get here. No fibre optics ever going to be coming this way. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Neil says, I can 100% guarantee you I wouldn't be in my situation now mentally if I hadn't been able to talk it out. My YouTube channel was that place, and things happen for a reason. So true. It's I found the Just Rick channel an extremely cathartic way of sorting my head out, getting it into the right headspace, to be honest with you. And when it first started, I got a lot of criticism from a lot of people because it wasn't mainstream TV. Because people want mainstream TV, and it's like, well, they want chewing gum for their ears and eyes, and this wasn't chewing gum. This was a little bit different, and this is a little bit controversial. This was a little bit more. Oh, I don't agree with your thoughts. Who are you to talk about that one? And it's just like it wasn't for anybody's benefit. It was for my own benefit. And if you wanted to watch it, do. So that's the reason why. Now with only 4,000 subscribers, some of the videos hit 5,000 views, 4,000 views. So it's the penetration rate's that high up because people who do want to watch it are fully invested into it. So going out to try and gather as many subscribers as possible isn't really helpful for a channel, because if nobody's watching, you're better off having people wanting to watch your stuff. But people who want to watch your stuff will really watch your stuff if you do your own thing, stick to your own thing, stay in your own lane. Like Neil's in his lane, I'm in my lane, and if you do that, the people who then gravitate to you are your people who are interested in your subject. And I think that's what the Just Rick channel was trying to be about. I think the Rick and Shelley's more. We want that to be light entertainment. We want it because we like having a laugh, we like having a giggle, we like going to different places, we like showing you the house from the way it was until the way it is. You know, and to be honest with you, by doing that, things got done. Because if they didn't have that, painting the house would be a chore rather than actually a bit of fun and having a bit of a giggle with it. Just finished the bathroom, by the way, or finishing the bathroom. 3 coats it's taken in that bathroom, but it's looking a lot better. It's now starting to look like a bathroom. It was the worst room in the house by far, but it's now starting to look there. So, but that's it though. So yeah, I'm just talking. Sorry, gone off track there. I just think your YouTube channel has placed things out for a reason. I think so, Neil, and I think now you most probably attack your situation with more of a positive mindset and outlook because of your YouTube channel. I think it's most probably the case. Let's have a look. Is Shelley's family well? And your wee darling Ava? Shelley would have seen a difference. Yeah, they're all good. And Ava's changed massively. She was 4 months old when I turned up last week, because I went there for a couple of days, and I saw her as well. And she didn't really recognise me. She heard the voice, I think, but didn't really recognise me. Because I'm waiting for like the 3 years of age when they run over to you and it's like, Grandad, and they start running to you. I think that's the one I'm looking for. I enjoyed the vlog with Webby the other day. Yeah, thanks. Webby asked us to do it. He just says, you've got 15 questions, do you mind doing it for us? I went, yeah, no problem at all, I'll do it. And I did it, sent it back to him, didn't think anything else. I'd gladly help out on somebody else. There's a hated comment on there about me saying, what on earth do I know about football? Trying to do this, stick to what you did. And I'm like, I've actually replied, I went, so much hate. Taking the time to write so much hate. Says, have a great weekend, I'm sure I will. So you can't please everybody. And that's the other thing, Neil, when you put yourself out here. Do you get many trolls? Because when you put yourself out on a public platform, it happens. It just comes with the job. It just comes with the role. So looking forward to my week next March, as I have so many people to meet from the channel for a beer. I don't even drink. As the old BT advert said years ago, it's good to talk. Yes. What was her name? Maureen Lipman. When your heart gets broken, it's hard, but keep going little steps at a time. I lost my husband 6 years ago, and my 4 kids were there. We got through it together. Nice one, Maria. Nice words. Nice words. Absolutely nice words. What you just said there about a step at a time. I was actually, when it came to painting the bathroom last week, and I'm still getting over shingles. It's gone, but the effects of it are still remaining, and it's getting better. By the way, it's getting less and less by the day. But when Shelley went away, many true words said in jest, and she's like going, "Oh, she says, it'd be amazing. I come back and the bathroom's done." And you know she wants the bathroom done when you're away. That's what it is. And I had all full intention of doing it as well, but I just couldn't face it. I just literally couldn't face it. It was just like overwhelming me on the Saturday and the Sunday, and I took great. I took great benefits from what people say in these sort of rooms and these sort of places, where it's like you just do a step at a time. Don't think of the whole end outcome. Think about a step at a time. So for me, it was easy enough to think about a tile at a time. Just say, okay, I'll tell you what, let's just do this tile, and then let's do this one, and then let's just do that. Before you know it, I'd done the first coat, done it, and then it dried, and I'm looking at it going, I've made it worse, because you think you've made it worse. Well, you think, you've got to make it worse to make it better. So it's like, again, it's the mental notes in your head, and it's like the following day, it's like I got up and I said, right, just do a step at a time again. So I did it again. I put the second coat on. As I put the second coat on, I left it, and that's an hour and a half. And what I also did as well, and I did this very well. For me, I do this a lot. Is I put a podcast on, and the podcast at the moment is one of my New Year's resolutions was to learn Spanish fluently. And to be honest with you, I was all for it for the first week of January, and I kicked it up into the long grass and just left it like everybody else does with the New Year's resolutions. But I tried to hold myself accountable. So I'm like coming up to June going, I've not done this Spanish, I need to do Spanish. So for the last month, I've been actually every single day taking the dog out for a walk. I've been doing hours Spanish every day. So I thought, well, I'm painting this bathroom, I don't really want to do it. Let's go and put the Spanish on. Let's learn Spanish whilst painting the bathroom. And to be honest with you, this was on the second coat, and step by step, I put the second coat on and it was done. Now, from 2 days ago, I was sat there going, I'm overwhelmed, I don't want to do this, I'm massively overwhelmed. Now to put the second coat on going, I can start to see something now of what looks like a bathroom that we're after. So then, yesterday, without even thinking, I actually look forward to going and paint the bathroom. because now the third coat goes on, you now see it as it should look like. And I actually look forward to seeing that. And I'm going, yeah. And that's because I only did it step by step. Otherwise, otherwise the bathroom wouldn't have been done. I think the bathroom would have still been the way it was, and I left it because I was literally, for some reason, couldn't get past it. I was overwhelmed with it. I just could not get into my headspace to go and get it done. And I just use these little coping strategies to actually get it done. And you know, and most of me know Shelley's now listening to what I've just said there. She'll never realise that. That for me, that's the like. Well, I just didn't see it. Just did not see it. I managed to do the whole bleeding house. I managed to paint the whole house. I just couldn't see that getting over that hill. It's bizarre. It's really, really weird. But so just think, if you've got a challenge in front of you, take it step by step. Just literally step by step. Moses says, I found mental health like asking a question in the classroom as a kid and being laughed at for asking for help. I think that's half the problem. Very true, Moses. Very, very true. Yeah. In Discord, we're all human with experience. We're not specialists in any form, just decent folk to chat out or listen. We all have a journey in one way or another. Very true. Oh, Dad, I'm in bits worse. The year of our lives. It was hard seeing how proud of us coming out the other side and very brave of you to share. Love you, Dad. Vinny's daughter. Oh, man, eh? That's amazing. For a start, good morning, Natalie. Thank you for mentioning that. Worst year of our lives, it was hard seeing how broken you were. That's a credit to you, Vinny. Very big credit to you there, mate. Proud of us coming out the other side and very brave of you to share. Happy Father's Day, Vinny. Totally changed subject. Have you thought about getting a nozzle for the jet washer with a soap holder and wash your soap? Where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? Let me tell you, the amount of people that said, have you not considered tilting the generator on its side? Now, this is how bad I am when it comes to DIY, is the one thing I was most petrified of doing was flooding the engine. And I'm in the impression that if I tilt it and start pouring it in, I'm going to flood the engine. That's what I thought I'd do, and that's the reason why I couldn't tilt it on its side from me. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, on the main channel, Rick and Shelley, there's a vlog with a cartridge jet wash. Shelley came back and she said, I can actually see there is a difference on the patio, which is nice. So she can actually see it. And again, it's that little bit, you see, I don't know if she's got me well trained, because it's those little bit words of comfort that you say that make you think you want to carry on and do it again. So maybe it's just that little word of encouragement that says that, you know, that she's done it on purpose. But the terrace will be getting attacked again this week, I think. Let's have a look. Bless you. Yes, me too, Craig. Me too, certainly did. Daughter to be proud of there, Vinny, without a shadow of a doubt. Vinny is our leader. Calm down, Neil. Good for you, Rick. We all have days that are not so good, but you did it. That's the truth, Maria. It's absolutely the truth. The dog's barking at the nobodies. That's what we call it now, because there's nobody out there. So who's he barking at? He's barking at the nobodies. All those nobodies have gone away. You can't see him, but he can. Thank you, Rick, and everyone. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Bless you, Natalie. Absolutely bless you. That's brilliant. That's really nice. We've got 5 minutes left on here, guys, and just to take your time for a Sunday. And I just want to just one more time really mention, for the people in the background, people watching on catch up, for those that are taking the time to watch, thank you so much. And there is a link at the top of this chat, and it is a link to a Discord group. And for those of you who don't know Discord, it is literally a chat room that is open 24/7 for people who want to go in there and want to have a talk. And there are other people in there from this chat that you see on here. They are going to be in there now as well. And your phone just went down. And they're going to be in that chat 24/7. I personally can speak a lot more freely in the Discord group than I can on here, because that's my own personal circumstances. But if you're more than welcome to join. If you want to, you can join under an anonymous name as well. So you can do that. Might be the only things Roller can see like ghosts, says Craig. Yeah, you see, that's it. The nobodies, that's what they called. Bravo, Natalie, says Morris. Absolutely. If I could, I would come and help you with the DIY, says Maria. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much. Natalie, you've just made Father's Day. Well done, kid. Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and thanks for doing this, Rick. No problem at all, Maurice, no problem at all. Tracy Emmons been given the Danewood for an unmade bed. My kids deserve one. Should get thousands of them. Should get absolutely thousands of them. Right, with that in mind, I'm going to wrap this one up, guys, on a Sunday. I will see you guys through the week in the Discord group, and thank you so much. We'll see you guys on the next one. As always, when you leave a men's room, don't forget to wash your hands, and have a great week, guys. All right, we'll see you on the next one. All the best, and thanks for everyone getting involved. Okay, we'll see you soon. Natalie, I think you've just made Father's Day there, darling. I think you just took it. Well done with that. I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll be live at 2 this afternoon. See you soon. Cheers, y'all. Ta-da.